Hey guys, and welcome to my day 4 of my 30 days of radiant living, where I am, vlogging my way through my experiences of following the 10 rituals of radiant living that I adopted from the book that's titled The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari by Robin Sharma. And today I wanted to share my experience and also my aha moments with you guys because yesterday I had one of those during my personal reflection time. Which is ritual number 5, is taking time during the course of your day, preferably later on in the day, to reflect on both your feelings, your behavior, and your thoughts throughout that particular day, to see which of those were nourishing to towards living a happier life, and which of those are areas of improvement. Now, during that personal reflection, I wrote for myself because I noticed how I was having a very consistent gnawing feeling. It has been like itching at me, and it's feelings of irritation towards two people in my life that I love dearly. And it's feelings that I'm having based on certain behaviors and actions and things that they say, which is affecting how I react to them, which is not a good thing because I'm the only person who's in control of both my feelings and my actions and my thoughts, not somebody else. So I wrote this down, and in writing those feelings down, based on how those people act, I found that the issue I was having was that I was projecting something onto them, that I necessarily hadn't taken the time to look within and sort of try and assess and work through. So I wrote it down and I was like, how do I stop projecting my ability to choose to better myself or practice self-improvement onto others that I care about, you know? And I found that I was noticing that I'm having an inability to practice patience with them, um, and trying to get them to acknowledge that if they could just, work on those particular things, then maybe they could be happier people. And I realized when I was writing that down, I was like, actually, the issue that I'm having here is not necessarily with those people. The issue I'm having is with myself. So in having any issue where I want to get better at is obviously I would have to acknowledge the fact that I do have a little bit of a problem over there. And then number 2 is to assess the issue, you know. And then number 3, take corrective measures to, let go of the issue, to move past it, to get better at that particular thing. So that's exactly what I did. Today I woke up and I dedicated the morning time to doing exactly that. So I'm just going to run through my process of, getting better at not projecting my feelings onto these two people. So first thing I needed to do was acknowledge the issue. So the issue that I was having was my projecting my why can't they choose to be better at whatever behaviors they were exuding that weren't necessarily sitting right with me. So now I'm going to paint you a picture as to the two people and the sort of behavior that they are having. So the one person has this thing where everything they do, if they're going to start a project, if they're going to go into business, if they want to do something, if they want to start working out, if they want to start eating better, if they just want to get better at doing whatever it is that they want to do, they always attach and make up a negative outcome to that particular thing that they want to do. And it grinds me. And I noticed I was getting very irritated with this person every time they talk about doing something. they'll be like, "Ooh, but I can't because of X, Y, and Z. Ooh, what if, whatever." And one of the reasons why this was affecting me is because and it leads them to stressing, and I don't want them to stress. I'm just like, why do you keep doing this? You know? Anyway, so I acknowledged that particular feeling that I was getting from this person. So the next step I had to do was to assess. And in assessing, I have to look at myself first. And this comes from a line that was in this particular book. Where is it now? A line that's taken from this book, which is one of the books that I am reading. And the line goes something about, if you want to help improve the world, you have to improve yourself first. Makes sense, right? Because, if I exude a certain energy, those people can only, adapt and learn from me, because they will also start noticing how to sort of, want to get better, Okay, so I assessed this particular person, and I realized that if I'm actually going to look within, I find that the reason why, this person's negative outcome thinking affects me so much is because I too am still on the road or on the journey of learning or unlearning that behavior. I still have some way to go, and most probably will continue to have a way to go. It's a continuous practice where I have to always check myself in, I want to do something bad because no, and I think the reason why I was getting irritated with this one person is because nam dandinjana okanye ndisenjana, and I'm still working towards getting better. And the reason why I decided to look within is because people mirror us. We have people in our lives because, one, we see something in them that, reflects a certain aspect of ourselves, whether it's good or bad. You're drawn to someone because, they exude a certain energy, and you go with that. So vibes attract vibes. And then it works the same with someone. Is something about someone that irritates you. Vibes attract vibes. What's the reason behind them irritating you? First, you look at you. So that was the assessment that I made. I was like, okay, the reason why this person's behavior towards projects and things that they want to do affects me this way is because I too am still unlearning not to attach negative outcomes to things. So now that I've acknowledged, I've assessed, what am I going to do about it? Which comes to step number 3, that is corrective measures. Corrective measures, I'll get to a bit later on. Okay, so I want to talk about the second person in my life that I love very much and who has actions and behaviors that just drive me up the wall. Now this person has a very ugly energy about them when it comes to their anger. They are bitchy. They are snippy. They are in your face and rude and disrespectful. They're short-tempered, and whenever, we're in a social space with them, they always manage to make the energy, and nobody wants to hang around a person like that. But now that person is someone, like I said, is someone that I love, and it irritates me that they've been this particular way. It's not something enja. This is not new behavior. And then I'm sitting there and I'm just like, but Sana, you've been this particular way for almost okokoko. You want to tell me that you have not, taken some time to reflect, but actually this kind of behavior doesn't really work for me. And then every time I think about it, I'm like, okay, again, I'm projecting. I am projecting that because I'm able to look within, they should be able to do so because of whatever it is. So let's just start with me before trying to, you know, ask them about how they're going to fix themselves or whatever. So assessing, after acknowledging that, assessing was the why does it irritate me so much? Okay. And with them, I started with a question of relatability again, a person being a mirror of yourself. So this person is able to, quick, fast, eye for an eye for an eye you. Like if you come at them with the bad energy, they're gonna return it right back to you in a very angry, very snippy way type of thing. So if someone is saying something, harsh to them, they're able to match that energy. They're able to confront things immediately, and they don't find any discomfort in that. And I found that, okay, that behavior is something that I could never do in terms of, there was a time where, in my life anyway, where if people or if someone was expressing how they felt about something, but they were expressing it in a very angry manner, I could not retaliate that same energy. And it led to me suppressing a lot of feelings and things that I was feeling and wanted to say at that particular moment. But because this person was so angry and so in my face, I just crawled up into a corner. And was never able to, express my feelings. And most of the time that happened in romantic relationships. And this is something that went ding, 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 ding in my head during this assessment. And maybe the reason why this person's, confrontational behavior sits with me the way that it does is because maybe now I'm done for ukwazi ukwenza loo nto at the time and be able to confront someone in that particular moment with the same kind of heat of no, and that was my assessment of the situation. And I was like, okay, so after acknowledging and assessing both scenarios that were irritating me, I then had to look at the third step of getting better, which is corrective measures. And then again, going back to the line that was in the book, was to improvement. How do I improve? How do I help improve the world? I help improve the world by improving myself, which then led me to the 9th ritual of the 30 days of radiant living, 10 rituals that are listed there. And the 9th ritual talks about a congruent character. And that speaks to living every single day of your life with patience, courage, kindness, humility, honesty, and it mentions something else I forgot right now. And and I was like, if I continue to treat these people with kindness, with humility, and have the courage to be honest with them, I am very certain that something is going to rub off on them somehow. I was like, okay, here it is, this whatever 10 rituals thing is happening, or this looking within, or self-governance, self-improvement thing is happening. I was like, okay, let me continue in this way, show these people some kindness, show these people that, you don't have to behave in a certain way by me not behaving in a certain way, and it will definitely rub off on them. We'll see how it goes. I just wanted to share that experience with you guys because for me it was one of the big ahas, not haha, one of the big ha-has that I've had thus far. I had another one yesterday, but I'll not go into that one now. One of the big ahas that I had, I really wanted to share that with you guys because I think it's quite important because I know, like I keep saying, I'm not the only person. If you relate to this, please let me know in the comment section below. If you don't relate to it, please let me know in the comment section below. And as always, don't forget to like, to share. You know, we're here in this space and we're occupying this YouTube thing. And until my next video, my babies, light and love.